This meeting is being recorded.
You guys got to fix the looping. Did you guys hear the looping? Was there an echo or no echo?
I didn't hear an echo.
No echo? Okay. All right. Well, today's date, October 5th, 2022. My name is Lauro Herrera, and I wanted to drop this video here to everybody that watches my YouTube channel with, you know, the number one goal of bringing on some more people here to our team to help us with our lead supply, whether you're looking to pay for leads, whether you're looking for a free lead platform, you're looking for a revenue share platform, regardless of what it is, you know, we're looking for agents to partner up with. Preferably that free lead that are looking to learn how to sell. And that's really what I've been promoting the last few months is free lead platform. Been a great way for agents to get their foot in the door, learn without having to put up all this money to learn in the process. And it's been successful. I've also been brutally honest over the months and years that this is not for everybody. And most of the time when agents fail in this business with us and in general in the insurance business, it typically has to do with a few factors, but one of the biggest one is the false expectation that agents have from the moment in time they're talking to a recruiter or promoter to the time they're actually doing the job that they were doing. Some folks have told me their horror stories, how they interviewed for what they thought was a salary position only to be a 1099 opportunity meeting. Happens all the time. The expectations of what you as the agent have in your mind and what really happens. And you know, that's why testimonials are so important. You guys can see here in this illustration. Satisfaction, recommendation, brand, excellence, customer service, satisfactory percentage, referrals, award-winning, quality, business thumbs up, word of mouth. You got all these words are designed for what? Right? And that's what I want to do here today. I am looking to contract more agents on a free lead platform. You don't want to do free leads because, you know, you want the 120 to 140 and you have some serious documentation. I could sell you the lead at $50. But at the end of the day, I'm still going to train you and hold you accountable. And with that said, what I've done here today is I've asked 3 of my newer partners, because they also agree that word of mouth marketing is powerful. And I'm going to go ahead and start with Dan Soto, who's in Southern California. And Dan, I'm going to ask you a couple questions here.
Yeah, go ahead.
You there?
I'm ready. Yep.
The first question to you is, what has been your impression of our program in the last few weeks that you've been with us, since the time you got appointed? The time you got appointed to the training. Go ahead and share with us.
Yeah, you know what, Laurel? Since day one and to now, I've just been, you know, I've been moved. I've been moved by the family, the entire group, you know, starting with you, because the entire team, I feel like the team is a family, right? We all have each other's back and everyone in the team wants everyone else to win. And I feel like that's a reflection of you, Laurel. You know, you lead by example, and you've always been transparent. That's huge. That really impressed me. Like I would tell you something in a private WhatsApp, and then you would say, tell it to the team. And that really impressed me because, you know, I didn't want to say something in the team that would, you know, would make anyone trip or stumble, right? I wanted to say it to you, and you're like, no, 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 just say it to the group, and that really impressed me. I really appreciated that because it's that honesty, that's transparency, and the sales training. You know, the sales training is like when I first met you and when I first started talking to you, I told you that I'm a nerd with sales. I listen to Earl Nightingale, you know, on YouTube every morning. I look for these videos on YouTube on Brian Tracy, you name it, you know, Napoleon Hill, all those old timers, Tom Hopkins, um, and and I've sifted through thousands of YouTube sales videos, and the training sessions that we have on Zoom, you don't find that on in YouTube. You don't find that stuff on YouTube. It's really incredible to see the demonstrations of concepts that you learn on YouTube. You learn certain things on YouTube from Brian Tracy and whoever else, but then seeing it in action and seeing you in a live call with everyone else, it's mind-blowing to see it actually being done, you know. And that's what I liked about the entire program, is that you lead by example, and all of us, well, all the top producers that's in the team, they're following the script word per word, you know. No one's going out of the rails, but it's impressive, you know. One of the guys, Gabriel, last week did 16 applications, and he's just following the script word per word. He's got all the objections word per word. So that's very impressive. And another thing is, I don't want to make this too long, but the accountability, you know, we're all being held accountable, and I need that. I personally need that, and I really love that, you know. So I think the accountability that you provide, the entire group provides, it's something that makes me motivated to do more and to stay up later and to do extra, you know, wake up earlier and show up and all of that. So that's how I feel. I feel like I've joined a family, you know, and a really good family. And I
So
also
let me
got,
stop you there.
yeah, go ahead.
I like that. I like the word family. I'm a family
Mhm.
man myself. I think it comes down to one simple fact, and it might sound cliche, right? But I really do believe, and I win. Very simple. That's why I show up every single day, run these training calls, sales calls, regardless if I feel good or not. I show up.
Mhm.
Why? Because I'm committed to you winning. And most of the sales guys that are out there today, what do? They pat you on the back. They tell you, hey, Dan, hey, how many years of experience you got selling? And 10 years, great. You're perfect for this. You don't need no more training. You're a bona fide sales killer. Here's the script. Here's the lead. See ya. Oh.
Yeah, and that's another thing,
But
Laurel's.
what really happens is that bona fide killer is not the bona fide killer.
Mhm.
Could be a bona fide killer, but he needs that special development, special training. That, in my opinion, the only way you can really develop somebody is by showing them in real life, not just talking about it. So I thank you for that. That's a great point, and it's a pleasure to have you on the team. I know you've already made some sales, but man, you're not even fully appointed with all your carriers. So let that sink in. Go ahead and crack your knuckles because it's about to get down. But I have one more question for you, Dan. Knowing that we struggle with IT issues, nothing's perfect. No lead is perfect. You require a certain level of work ethic, and it's going to be hard work.
And that's is
level.
that you didn't just, you know, give me another thing that really impressed me was when you on calls, outbound calls. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, sir. So my question to you is, who do you recommend to our group, knowing those weaknesses that happen in any program, right? I own those. But, you know, a good friend of mine, Ron Tao, the owner of Senior Life, he instilled this saying in me. He said, do not put pressure on the lead system. So imagine if you're bummed out because 10 of the leads didn't buy and you weren't successful. Ruin it. Put pressure on the whole system, the whole process. Who would you recommend, Tess? And to everybody that's listening, who would that be? If you were a recruiter, a promoter, and your job was to go out and find talent to help us grow our company, who would you recommend? I'm just curious.
You asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Repeat that.
Who would you recommend to this opportunity, considering the basic challenges, right, that every business struggles with, whether it's IT, you know, lead quality, hard work? Who would that be? Who kind of a person would you send my way?
You know what?
Because obviously, you know,
A person,
we don't.
yeah, a person that wants,
anybody.
a person that's looking for a mentor, a person that's looking for knowledge, for training. That's another thing I didn't mention is that, Laura, you didn't give me a script, a dialer, and say go, and that's it. You know, it really impressed me when you spent, you know, almost an entire day shadowing me and listening into my calls, not micromanaging. That was really an awesome experience. You were coaching. That was one-on-one coaching, and where else can you get that? So I recommend it to, if anyone wants to grow as a person, as a salesperson, that's how I see sales, personal growth. If anyone's serious, and if you want to be held accountable, if you really want to make money, at the end of the day, that, you know, we are a family, but we're also people with a good heart, because everyone in this team has a good heart and a good attitude. You know, if you don't got the good attitude, you won't fit in with the team either.
Right. Well, you cut out there real quick, but what kind of person would you recommend here?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I would recommend to anyone that wants a mentor. If you want a mentor, if you want, you know, if you want to join a team that's like family, is Laurel, you didn't just give me a script and a dialer and say, okay, go, you're on your own. You know, I was very impressed when you spent almost an entire day, you know, coaching me, live calls. You know, that was an amazing experience. You know, I had breakthroughs. And so I recommend this program, this platform for anyone that wants to grow. You know, if you want a mentor, you've got someone here that has your back. You have, you know, more than one person. You have an entire team of people that have your back. And yeah, we're a family, but at the end of the day, we all want to make money too. And that's what Laurel's commitment is. So
thank you for that, bro.
I recommend it to anyone serious. You want to make money. Yeah. And also to people with good attitude, and you know, in a good attitude about it, because everyone in the team has a good attitude also.
Right. Well, thank you so much, Dan, for sharing that story with us, bro. Now let me go over to Armando. Same thing. Armando's new. Armando's a part-time agent, and we made a deal together, and we're still working on this deal. And same thing, same question to you, Armando. What has been your observation with this training program? And second of all, who would you recommend this
Uh, well, my observation is pretty much what I was looking for. Pretty much what Dad was saying. The training every day. There's always training. It's consistent growth, which is something that I needed. I was kind of making sales, but at the same time, I was thinking, man, what could I have said, or where did I lose him? but I didn't have an answer for that. And jumping on the training calls now, it's like, oh, okay, that's what I should have said, or that's what I did wrong. And it becomes constant growth every day. You know, growth by
You're
failing,
still,
growth by failing.
right, and you're still out there door knocking, and I'm sure it's helping you in the field, right?
Say that again?
When you're out there in the field, you're still out there in the field part time, correct? So that
No.
helps you too with that? No, you're
No,
not.
no,
Okay.
I stopped the field. No, but I'm thinking now, like, man, I would be crushing it right now. But I'm like, no, I gotta do this
So
telesales.
that's so
But yeah,
um
the
and
training,
that's
like the like I said,
sacrifice,
like
right? And that's a sacrifice that you're making in order to do what? To transition to the telephones. It's a sacrifice.
right.
Guys, it took me 3 years to transition on the phones. I was a hybrid agent for 3 years. I was hella scared. If the leads
Mhm.
didn't sell, I'd jump in my car and drive to their house and pound their door, bro. I was like, hell with this. I'm serious. But I understand where you're at. I've been there, man. And all I can tell you, as long as you stay with the program, because you're doing this part time, you'll have that constant growth you're talking about. And with that said, who would you recommend to the program? Considering, the good and the bad of telesales, who would that person be?
I mean, I would recommend somebody that knows it's gonna be hard, that understands this is sales, that understand no day is alike, that is just not gonna quit. Pretty much somebody somebody that probably has been in some 1099 job, not W-2 job, but that knows that, hey man, if you don't show up, you're not gonna eat, pretty much.
Oh,
Not somebody that represents, oh well, I'm gonna do it now. And no, it's like, no, it's gonna take a lot of hard work. You're gonna fail a lot.
you know,
That's the type
it,
of
it,
person I
it,
would recommend.
I love what you're saying. It reminds me of, I'm not talking bad about multi-level marketing insurance distribution, right? Without naming no names. But it's common to see these big organizations that it's all push, 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 recruit, and not many are talking about how difficult it is not only to make the sales but manage those sales and make what, a living. 1099, it's you eat what you kill. And I think a lot of agents, somehow, some way, they think like in the first month they're going to be multimillionaires and they're going to be on the cover of the magazine, and it's nothing like that. What they end up finding out is that the people that they go and talk to about joining their network and financial services and all this aren't as hungry as they are. We ever talk to someone that's really not motivated, dude? It's like kryptonite to me. I don't know, man. It's like straight up kryptonite. No joke, dude. I'm like, oh no. I'm like, get away from me. Serious. So I appreciate you sharing that story. Next, let's go with Gabriel Bow. Gabriel, same question to you, man. I know you've been here, man. This December will be a year since you've been with us. So, what's your observation of your journey with us, and who would you recommend this opportunity to? Mr. Gabriel, I think your mic's off.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Sorry about that. My mic was off. So I think this opportunity, to be quite honest, is for someone that's coachable. A lot of times we come from previous backgrounds, previous sales, previous verticals, and we're stuck on our ways of doing things. I think someone that comes with an open mind and that is coachable, it will be the perfect fit, and it will work out at the end because the system is proven. We have processes in place that I learned. I started doing outbound calling, and the processes that we have in place as far as the closing scripts, the the whole process in itself, if someone's not coachable, they're not going to follow the system, and they're not going to be successful. So that's what it boils down to me. Someone that's coachable, someone that's um, open to learning, and is not affected by their feelings, because a lot of times, you know, us as individuals, we're emotional beings. And if you get stuck up on one bad thing, you're not going to be successful. You just have to go all in, believe in the system, believe in the process, be coachable, and you'll be successful. So I think that's what it boils down to.
Thank you. And what has been your observation over all these months, working side by side with me? We started Medicare in our Medicare office in Texas, working virtually. Then you came on to the final expense side.
Yeah,
What has that been like?
it's been an amazing experience by following the system. I'm at 100,000 analyzed premiums here in the last 5 months and submitted apps between different carriers. And that's just by following the system, showing up every day, and being coachable, you know. So my experience has been amazing. I'm really excited for the future. And if this, message resonates with you, this duplicable, it's scalable. If I can do it, you guys can too.
That's right. And for all of you guys listening, we do carry thousands of leads on file of transfers that are missed throughout the day. We allocate hundreds of those to our groups, agents across the country, so they can practice and perfect the system. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'll go ahead and post in the content section a video that will show all of you guys watching this video exactly what our live transfer system sounds like, and then what you have to say, the script, the sales presentation that you have to do. So again, if you're looking for free leads, call me. If you're looking for training, call me. If you're looking to do a revenue share with me, call me. If you're looking for a contract or a carrier, whether you're looking for the top level, call me. I can help you with those type of contracts by connecting you directly to the carrier, and I'll let you negotiate directly with them. I can do that. So before I wrap it up here with all of you, I wanted to give everyone watching a freebie. One of the things that, I have noticed over the years is that agents don't have their compliance in order. And regardless if you're a face-to-face agent that's picking up the phone every day to set up appointments, and you do not know how old your leads are, and your leads are over 90 days old, you need to make sure that you're checking the do not call registry. And most, I would say over 98% of agents are clueless when it comes to this. Maybe not 98%, how about 95%? And they don't know where to check, where they can go and check those do not call numbers. Aperion is a partner of ours. We've been partners with them now for over a year. I thank some really good friends of mine from overseas that recommended me this company. They are a publicly traded company that is in the communication space. That's how they're able to tie in to the do not call registry. Aperion is 100% accurate. And that's your biggest liability when you're using a DNC checking system, is that many of those checking systems online through some subscription based, they're not accurate with the actual federal and state DNC. Great thing about Aperion, they offer an API integration, which I highly recommend, as they don't provide bulk checking of data. It's at an API integration level. So if you're running a small call center, They can connect an API into your CRM. And if you have agents styling out, it will take them right out of the DNC and avoid you some major headaches. This is a major issue. If you need to, set something up more commercially, then you can call them directly. But again, for everybody that's looking for a basic tool, take down the website, aperion.io/DNC. You'll thank me later. You can check 10 numbers per hour for free. And again, I recommend you use it because today the litigators are out there looking. And if you get a federal do not call violation, each violation is $43,000, ladies and gentlemen. So again, take down this website. And if you set up a commercial account, make sure that you follow up with my friend and partner, Chris Oppel. Let them know that Herrera Insurance Marketing sent you, Lauro Herrera, and they'll set you up. Per dip, they charge 0.00025 per dip. So basically for $50, you can run through maybe 300, 400,000 records. It's nothing. And it's accurate, and it will save you from any of that drama. So with that said, to all of you guys that, shared your testimonials, thank you very much. That's, what helps my business, because at the end of the day, I show up every day. Is it perfect? It's not. But we do our dead level best to provide a good service. We love what we do is the first thing. For 20 years now, going on 20 years, I've been selling final expense. For the last 12 years, I've been on this thing called telesales, virtual sales, and I feel like we're just about to blow up. So if you're listening in, I got so many leads for you, whether they're callbacks, like transfers, call me. I'll make a deal with you. But come here with the right attitude. No prima donnas allowed. Peace.